Hey guys, Mike here. So, woo boy, man, what a day today, and whoever would have thought it. I mean, that crypto could bring down the stock market. Usually it's kind of the opposite, right? But, you know, what's crypto having? It's having, and yes, I'm saying the C word, so I'm going to get botted to death in the comments, but, you know, you got to know, and I'm not going to get too much detail. I'm going to do a detailed video for the members, so I'll put out tonight if you're watching this. I'm working on it now, try to explain this mess that's going on in the crypto market, which is dragging everything else down with it right before CPI tomorrow. So, but it is getting, I mean, it's ugly. Ugly is probably a word. I mean, I kept waiting for the old, you know, push at the end there to push it back up, but oh no, the market just kept going down, stocks down massively. And what's crazy, look at this right here. Sea of red. But wait a minute, there's a piece of green right there. What is that? Meta, the dumpster fire it be. And here's what you got to do to go green, guys, as we were talking in Discord today. You just got to lay off thousands of employees and the market will love you. And I'll go ahead and go through this, so we might as well get used to it now. I mean, if you're with one of these companies, my heart goes out to you. Let us know in the comments. But, you know, I think you're going to see, obviously, more layoffs continue here. You got Twitter, Cameo. You can see the percentages of people getting laid off. Robinhood, Intel, Snapchat, Coinbase, Opendoor, Stripe, Lyft, Shopify, Meta, we know now what it actually is. Apple's freezing hiring. Amazon freezing hiring. And you may be wondering, I don't understand. Meta went up. How can Meta go up? Everything else was just beat red today, right? Well, let me tell you, this is the #1 reason companies do this.
Manufacturing company Electrolux announced thousands of layoffs that will affect workers across the world. Now, last week, the company has a new expanded plant in Anderson County, actually. It said it was implementing a cost reduction and restructuring program to increase its earnings.
That's it. This is what happens when you know the growth is slowing, when the trajectory does not look good, when your margins are shrinking. You got to do something, right? Got to do something to keep those bonuses rolling in if you're management, right? Because you ain't about to take a pay cut or nothing. Your bonuses, you still got to get them, right? I mean, they bend over backwards to make sure they get those bonuses. So how do you do that? All the people that are selling your product, producing your product, making sure your company grows, you get rid of them. Get out of here. Do we need that janitor? Yes, sir. He only makes $9 an hour. I don't care. Can Jim sweep all of this, even though he's got to stay here twice as long? Yeah, okay. Get rid of that guy. That's the way it works. But that's what you're going to see. And you're going to see a lot more of it, unfortunately. And trust me when I tell you, and it's the worst. How come it always comes during the holidays? You ever notice that? Always comes at the worst possible times. I mean, and the good thing is, supposedly, there's a lot of jobs out there, so I'm hoping, you know, those people find jobs, because I don't want anybody to be unemployed. It sucks, you know. And, of course, what do you see happening also? New 52-week lows, you know, we'll keep tracking this one. But, you know, Amazon down there, which I'll look at the chart in a minute for you, Tesla, Disney, Loose is no surprise. I mean, I expect that one. And there's two things that cause, like, the carnage, right? One, straight up. One is, and I'll just read from the daily news briefing. I give it all the members every morning, which is just easier to do. You had earnings, right? Trade Desk actually did good. They were up 10%, but got wiped out because of the market. Everybody else sucked pretty much. Lucid Group, no shocker. Disney, not good. Travel slowing down, and they got a lot of expenses over their streaming network. Roblox was disastrous. They're down like 20-some% today. Then you had Upstart, Affirm, anything to do with fintech, just absolutely got clobbered. And not all earnings were disastrous at all. I mean, some got it down, some beat, but it wasn't the kind of stocks that are going to be like, oh, look at that. Not going to hold this market up, right? And unfortunately, they just reported at the wrong time and got beat down like some others, right? And what are you seeing here, too? This is something else to watch out for. There are more stocks out there and ETFs that are breaking those 2020 lows now. ARK just hit it today. That's a lot of, and people still, believe it or not, put a lot of money into that. Amazon, check out Amazon. It is only 5% away from hitting the March 2020 low. So you might be able to get Amazon for around 80-ish if you want it. The other one was crypto with another exchange basically going bankrupt at this point in time. So people are trying to get their money out of there. And then, of course, take a quick look at this mess right here. I mean, like Solana, for example, this just shows the day. This one's down 65% as I'm recording this in less than 48 hours, right? And a lot of these are down between 30 to 50%. And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, guys, and share the video. It really helps beat the algorithm and push the videos out to new people and continue to grow the community. I really appreciate everything, guys. And it was really surprising to me, and I'll just say this. I mean, I saw some people alerting yesterday saying, hey, buy Solana at 25 and buy this at here. And let me tell you, if you didn't live through what happens when a financial firm actually goes under, and so if you wasn't around in '08, right, when you had your Lehman Brothers moment and all that stuff, like, let the blood hit the streets first, right? Don't be the first one to try. Like, let some people get in there, because those people are buying 25. I mean, hopefully it works out for them, but obviously that's not happening right now. And, you know, most likely it will recover. It's like we recovered when all the other exchanges went down eventually. But, you know, it's why be the first in the door? You know what I'm saying? Don't be the hero. And so, you know, I was surprised when I saw that, but obviously those people aren't really happy right now. But we'll see if it comes back for them. But, you know, going into the S&P, I went back here and plotted the last 3 CPI days, and you can see there's really no rhyme or reason, right? And you look at it going back here in August when it hit, ends up going up, right? Hot CPI report didn't matter, and then it hits the outer band, sells off. The second one, hot CPI report, crashes and burns. The third one, it crashed and burned in the morning, but then look at that. Big run up after, right? And so you just don't know whether if it comes in hot. It depends on how the market wants to digest this. But looking at the chart, I mean, you know, things looking very good on the daily. No, I mean, you're seeing lower highs. Obviously, seeing the same thing on the RSI. Just broke the 50 line. The MACD doesn't look very good down there. It looks like it wants to roll over. And so it's all about how the market wants to digest this. And what still just continues to baffle me is the VIX. Like, it just trades, and what do you call this? A wedge, triangle, whatever. You know, in this range right here. And look at it. I mean, you would think after a day you'd see a huge spike, but no, now we're good. We're just chilling right here, chilling out. And the question is, are we going to have a hotter CPI report, right? Certain things are up. Oil is up in October, 10%. I want to know, let me know in the comments how your utility bills look. Because looking at this, I know mine have been really high. And again, it could be the state I live in. But you can see right here, I mean, plain as day, the utility costs are up, right? I mean, that's, I mean, you'd love to own a stock that went up that high, right? I mean, that's what's happening. They're kind of roll over a little bit in 2022. But, you know, let me know in the comments, are yours going down or up? And I will say my last utility bill actually did go down some. But that, I wasn't sure if it was because of what I did or just because the rates actually went down. And the other thing, look, guys, we're still running the credit up, right? As you can see right here, right, this is consumer credit revolving, consumer credit non-revolving. And you can see still going up, still going up. So we're still running credit cards up. We're still buying stuff. And that's the interesting thing, right? That you're seeing these earnings come in and these stocks are getting hammered when we're still spending, right? We're still out there running credit cards up and doing our thing and still have, I mean, jobs are still plentiful out there supposedly. And so it's baffling, right? To think to yourself, wow, earnings are coming in this, I mean, the missing earnings. The stocks are still, some of these stocks are still getting pummeled 10, 20% after earnings. And yet we still have unemployment at 3.7, right? Which can spike. All this stuff can spike very fast. I mean, I do, I've done it the last 2 months. I will continue to do a monthly update for the members on 10 different indicators or reports that you look for when you're looking for a real recession. Again, you won't know we're in it, but these will give you a great indicator of whether or not we're actually in it, right? And so, again, I think it's 1 out of the 10 you can look at and go, oh yeah, okay, we're in it. The other 9, you're like, nope, nope, we're still spending. Wages are still going up. All this other stuff in there, right? And these reports that I show the members. And that's just the way it is, right? And I'll continue to track it and look at it and look at it and look at it. And so, you know, until we hit that, I got to go off data, right? I'm not a, and for those who are wondering, I'm not some, because I've been accused of this, you know, person who, I don't pray for the market to go down. I pray for it to go up. I just look at data. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the data. Whatever the data tells me, I'm data dependent. That's the way I'm making my moves. You know, I've been very clear this whole time through this whole year. I am cash heavy. That's just the way it is. All right. Do I buy stocks here and there? Yes. Do I trade? Yes. Do I try to, and my number one goal is to keep up in the cash reserves, selling cover calls, selling cash script puts. I dollar cost average into stocks when they hit certain levels. I'm looking for stocks that are basing out. So I'm not trying to push anything anywhere. And trust me, when the day comes, we get out of this mess, because again, I have to do a daily news briefing every morning, Monday through Friday. It's a whole lot better to start my morning off with my coffee when I'm looking at good news, okay? Not bad news, just FYI. But I have to do it every morning. And sometimes, like on Saturday and Sunday, I just got to walk away. I can't look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a negative person in general. I like positive stuff like anybody else. I like sunshine, not darkness, right? And so, but it is what it is. I can't make it up. I'm not going to sit there and make something up and skew it to be positive when it's not. Same way I'm not going to skew something positive to be negative. You know, so you take it for what it's worth. Don't watch if you don't want to watch, you know, but this ain't some fear-mongering channel. Those channels are doing great, by the way. Their views are up. I actually keep an eye on them. Their views are up. So, no, this ain't one of those channels. So, take that for what it's worth. You know, hit the like and subscribe button if you get anything out of this. I really appreciate it. It's going to be a hurricane here supposedly tomorrow. We'll see if I record or not. You know me, I did it last time we were in a hurricane. Maybe I'll do it this time. You probably hear the wind. Sorry, but it is what it is. I like to film outside. So hope you have a good one. Stay safe, and we'll see how tomorrow comes in, because it will be, if anything, volatile and very interesting, right? So let me know on the bottom what you think CPI is coming in at, and whether or not you think the market's going to get a bounce back from this big sell-off or not. And by the way, what do you think Bitcoin's going to go to before it bottom and start moving back up? All right, see you guys later.